Good evening, everyone. For those of you who are on the podcast platforms, good evening to you. Welcome to the Leadership TKO live night show. Once again, welcome to the night show, guys. Excited to be here with each and every one of you. And so, listen, we are about to go live on Facebook. This is the video version that's going to be showed on Facebook. So please stand by, everyone, as we are about to get started. All right. Good evening, everyone. Hello and welcome. Welcome aboard to the Leadership TKO live night show. How's everybody doing on tonight? Hello, good evening, good morning, good afternoon, depending on where you are in the world. It's the Leadership TKO live night show. I'm Dr. Lakeisha McKnight, your leadership specialist, your wealth mentor, author of a few books, and most importantly, out of all of this, your friend. And so again, welcome to the show, guys. This show goes live every night, every single night around 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And our whole goal, our mission of the show really is to empower leaders like yourself with the ability to win from the inside out, growing your influence, your impact, and your income. And so, guys, welcome to the show. And so I'm excited to be here, and we're not going to be here very long. Now, the reason for that, the reason why we're not going to be here very long is because we have a lot of festivities, meetings, gatherings going on. And I'm looking, of course, and I'm not sure, of course, how it's coming out across to you, but I'm looking at my makeup ladies, and I'm looking at the green. And for those of you who do live streams like this, it's just interesting because there's a green screen that I'm using. And with the green screen, we know that it's sensitive to green, so it looks a little weird. So excuse the weird look if it looks weird, but anywho, I just wanted to put that out there. Now remember, guys, there are several ways to participate with the show. First of all, like or love the stream. For those of you who are looking to grow yourself as a leader, you really want to enhance yourself in 2021. You want to become the best leader that you can be the leader that God has called you to be. Love the stream. All right, love the stream. Secondly, I encourage you to share where you're watching from. So what city, what state, what country are you tuning in from? Because I do know this is a big world that we live in, and many of us are online nowadays seeking to build our businesses. And so where are you watching from? I would love to know that. So what you could do is just enter your city, state, and country below in the comment section so that we can learn about one another. And then if you're catching the replay of this, I would encourage you to insert hashtag replay. It lets us know, what percentage of individuals are catching it live versus those who are catching it after the fact. Okay, almost like on demand on Facebook. And so I encourage you to do that. And I also would encourage you to share this out. So if you're watching this, even if it's your first time, second time, fourth time, whatever it is, I encourage you to go ahead and share this on your timelines, groups, fan pages, wherever you feel led to sharing it, to educate others, to empower others. And even as I've encouraged you to share it, I definitely will lead by example, and I will share this myself. So I'm going to go ahead and share this with a few of my wealth building family members out there. Wealth Builders Worldwide. And so you know what time it is. Ow. And so again, I appreciate you all, and I thank you so very much for your viewership, your listeningship, okay? Just being connected to the stream. And so many of you, if you take a look above the stream, you'll see what we're going to be talking about, just a little bit about what we're going to be talking about tonight, because everybody's talking about it. Since this is the new year, everyone is thinking about goals and what they want to accomplish and all types of things, right? And I know we spoke about a dream board. And so some of the things I've realized, actually, when I became an author, one of the first books that I published was a book entitled Goals, GOALS, which stood for Guidelines on Achieving Life Success. That was actually my first book that I published in 2009. And that book was divinely inspired because I wrote that book in 2 days. Okay, in 2 days. And it was through that book, okay, and I'm sharing this for a reason. It was through that book that it really propelled me forward and allowed me to connect with some international leaders and to really empower other people around the world, person to person. So in person, being able to travel abroad to other countries. So that book made a huge difference. And it was through the writing and the publishing of the book that it really has motivated, inspired others to really go after their dreams and go after their goals. Really just giving you the necessary tools, the strategies to be able to go forward and accomplish your goals. And so in the book, that's what I actually included. Strategies I've used in my life, right? And of course, observing some of my mentors that help them and help myself to accomplish our goals. And so one thing I do want to share with you tonight is key ingredients, things that you need to make sure you focus in on that's going to help you to accomplish your goals in this year. Because the truth of the matter is, we can say we want to get something done, we want to accomplish this, and we can affirm it. Come on, because I know I've seen a million posts, okay, maybe not a million, but a lot of posts saying, making affirmations. But you can affirm something all day, but without some of these ingredients I'm going to share with you tonight, you won't manifest those goals. You won't accomplish them. And so one thing I want to assure you of is focus. And a lot of times too, when you're watching movies, especially inspirational movies, they really give you some inside strategies as well. And a lot of the strategies I've gathered throughout the years has come from a powerful series, and it's the Rocky series, right? And, just looking at the progression, for example, of the character Rocky, in his career, and getting to that point where he had to fight the Russian guy, right? For those of you who remember the Rocky series, and just thinking about some of the things that he had to do to get to the point of victory. And so one thing that I realized for him is that what was most important was the process. So whereas sometimes we focus on accomplishing the goal, I encourage you to focus on the process. I know that's a bit weird. Become process oriented versus goals oriented. Again, become process oriented versus being goal oriented. Now, I say this because it's about the journey. It's about the growth. Because you don't want to get to a point where you're focused on your goals so much that you're not necessarily focused on, how you're becoming the leader that you need to be to really get to where you're trying to go. Because without the character, you can have all the talents in the world and you can get to a point of success. But without the character, you won't maintain it. You won't sustain it. So this is why the process should be more of the focus versus the goal itself. So become process oriented instead of goal oriented. And then you want to get to a point where you are so focused that it doesn't matter what's around you, that, you have the things you want to do and accomplish in sight, right? And so the way to do this, and we talked about this before, is definitely you can have visuals. You can have visuals around you. You can have sticky notes. You can have your vision board, have those things in front of you. All right? Have those things in front of you. But at the same time, understand that the unexpected is going to arise. And so what you want to do is make sure that your tasks and the actions you engage in every day is bringing you closer and closer towards being a better version of yourself, number one, and then also getting you closer and closer towards accomplishing some goals that you have, maybe, of course, connected to your vision board. So, again, laser focus is the key. Okay, laser focus. Visualization is yet another important ingredient. Being able to visualize it. Having the right tools. Yes, think about that. Having the right tools, the right equipment. When in the Rocky series, he had what he needed when he went to Russia to fight the Russian dude. He had everything he needed. And notice, most of the things that he needed, he already had right in that particular area where he stayed. So it wasn't so much he was focused on technology and what he didn't have. He focused on what he had access to. He leveraged what he had access to so that he can grow himself and truly accomplish his goals. Okay? And yes, he had his visual too, because he visualized the quote unquote enemy that he was actually going to fight. And so yes, Rocky had his visual piece. He had the picture of the dude, of course, right in front of him as he was working out and training. So you need to have that for yourself. What's in front of you? What are you visualizing? What tools are you accessing that you already have possession of? You may have it already on your laptop, in your home. People connected to you may have resources that you may not have, but you can leverage each other's assets so you can accomplish your goals. So think about that. Okay, so you can accomplish your goals. Work together, and that brings me to an important point, which is team. Who is in your corner? Rocky has some key individuals in his corner. So who are you surrounded by? Who are you connected to? Some people say, I need some goal friends, girlfriends, goal friends. Okay. And so for fellas, of course, you want to have a circle of people in your corner that are mentors for you, coaches. And that's essentially the same thing for us ladies. We need individuals who are in our corner, right? Who are where we want to be and who can speak, into our lives and give us strategies and tools that work and that are effective. And so I'm praying and hoping that perhaps this stream, Leadership TKO, can be a part of your toolbox to help you to get to where it is you're trying to go. And that's why, for example, I'm so extremely grateful for the family I call Wealth Builders Worldwide, as you may see a part of the shirt here. Wealth Builders Worldwide is the team. Now, we know that there are certain individuals who speak life into you even further, going even deeper within the team, right? But at the same time, you still think about those people who are connected to you. If you don't have a circle, think about who you can connect to this year. Who is where you're trying to go that you need to connect with? Now, one ingredient I know is important that's going to help you to get to where you're trying to go, especially those of you who want to walk full time in your purpose and you don't want any limitations. Perhaps you don't want any financial limitations and you don't want any time limitations. If that is you, if you're seeking time freedom and financial freedom, you're going to need some residual income, and it's going to need to be consistent. What vehicle are you going to use that's lucrative right now that's going to give you residual income? I'm not talking about little droplets here and there. I'm gonna get a coaching client here and a coaching client there. No, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about something lucrative where you can go to sleep and you're making money. That's what you're going to need to create financial freedom and time freedom. And that's why, for example, if you look on my timeline, if you look at my little intro section on my timeline, and perhaps for some of my family members who is watching this, they may have some information too. We're sharing information about a powerful form of money, cryptocurrency, that we're getting paid in. Yes, and one powerful cryptocurrency is Bitcoin. Everybody's hearing about Bitcoin. I know many people are, including yourself. And if you don't know what cryptocurrency is and Bitcoin, you might want to ask so you can educate yourself. But listen, Bitcoin can help you to obtain, if you have Bitcoin and you have the vehicle that's going to help you to get paid in it, you can begin to accumulate residual income in the form of cryptocurrency. And so I encourage you, that's one of the resources I have that I freely share with other people, including yourself, for those of you who do want to learn about that. Yes, I hold sound money such as gold, sound money such as silver. I hold all of that. I accumulate all of that. I go to places, credible places to actually get these commodities, this real money. Right? There's resources out there that's available to get it. And so you want to make sure you're reaching out and asking and getting this information, because holding on, for example, to cash is decreasing in value, and it is not necessarily real money. It's not something that you can hold and protect what you work so hard for. You can't hold it and try to save it, because cash doesn't save. You want to put your cash in a vehicle that's going to grow in value and that's going to protect it. And that's what gold, for example, will do. Gold will protect your cash. And if you want to grow that cash, you want to put it in an asset where it's going to grow. And yes, silver, gold, and definitely cryptocurrency is the key. So for those of you, you're watching this stream tonight, and maybe you're like, Lakeisha, I need some more information to learn about real money. I need to learn about how to protect the cash. I need to learn, for example, how to grow the cash that I have. And I know many of you, depending on what your situation is, you might be getting that stimulus. And I've come across a few individuals who said, I can't wait. I'm waiting for my stimulus. I got to go pull this money, pull this cash. Well, as quick as you pulling it, it's probably going to be gone if you don't put it in a vehicle that's going to help it to grow, so you don't end up in the same situation that you were in. Take that stimulus, take the cash that you may get from your job or cash you're getting from your businesses that you presently have, and help that cash to grow. You can get paid. Another stream of income can be cryptocurrency. So for those of you who want to learn about it, go ahead and reply info below. If you are not getting paid in Bitcoin and maybe you want to learn how to get paid in Bitcoin, reply info below, and I'll make sure that information is sent to you. And if you're watching on somebody else's timeline, another wealth builder, go ahead and inbox them and say, listen, I need some more information about getting paid in cryptocurrency. And we'll be more than happy to do that for you. Sharing information. That's all we're doing. And so I appreciate your time on tonight. And listen, we'll be back here with the Leadership TKO live night show. We will be back tomorrow night, Lord willing, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And so until then, guys, I do encourage each and every one of you to think, to speak, and to live leadership. Good night, everyone, and God bless.